In the beginning, a clearing above the marshy ground of the River Plain. From the Domesday Book, we know that there was a Saxon village, probably alongside a track which is now Corn Street. But Witney as a market town really began in the 12th century, when the bishops of Winchester laid out burgage plots around what is now Church Green, the market square, and northwards towards the river. This produced revenue for the church. After more than 800 years, this market is still here. The Middle Ages saw the beginning of large-scale sheep farming. The church establishments were the biggest landholders and held great flocks until the dissolution of the monasteries in the 16th century. As merchants and traders prospered, so did the town itself. Shops and inns were built on the burgage plots. Stalls became permanent premises on island sites. Merchant and traders put their prosperity into better houses, and the great rebuilding began. The conversion from wood, wattle and daub to stone. Now we move forward to the 17th century. After the Reformation, merchant traders turned from church to secular endowments. Witney had a Puritan tradition and was parliamentarian. The grammar school was endowed by Henry Box at this time. When the monastery was restored in 1660, nonconformists were denied office, so they turned to industry. From medieval times until the Industrial Revolution, wool was the backbone of the English economy. To maintain standards and establish a Witney identity, mill owners got together and founded their own guild and built their own blanket hall. As the nonconformist trading community prospered, they built chapels and churches. The Windrush was not a commercial waterway. Until the railway arrived, woolen goods were carried on great broad-wheeled carts called blanket schooners, drawn by a team of horses. The improvement of the turnpike road in the 18th century created stagecoach routes. In the network's heyday, 50 coaches a day left from Witney to London and from London to the west. The rise of the blanket industry meant the gradual shift from cottage industry to factories. These depended on water power to drive the machinery. In the 18th century, mill owners and their scions moved into large houses. It was not until the arrival of steam power in the 19th century that factories could move away from water. By the 1850s, railways had killed off the stagecoach and delivery of goods by road. Witney was isolated. This alarmed local worthies. They formed the Witney Railway Company in 1858. But the line was not opened until 1861. The last train ran in 1970, and where blankets were loaded onto the railway, now shoppers load their cars, and where rails ran onto Fairford is now a trading estate. Witney's airfield dates from Royal Flying Corps days and the Great War. Between the wars, it became a flying club. It returned to RAF use in 1939 and became a de Havilland repair factory. The hangars and outbuildings were taken over by Smiths of England in 1949 to make car heaters and other car accessories, and became the biggest single employer in the district. They built the first of many post-war housing estates which now ring Witney. By the end of the 60s, these two major industries, blankets and British car accessories, were in decline. But the population since then has trebled. There are new professions in the town, new trade and prosperity. See this and much, much more about our long history at the Witney and District Museum.